Hi everybody, welcome to Gunpla TV.
Hey guys.
Brought to you by HobbyLink Japan. This is episode 157.
157.
And it feels like it's been a while since we've been here, Ryan.
It has been a while since.
Yeah, where have we been?
We have been at the Tokyo Game Show.
Yes, we were at the Tokyo Game Show. What do you think of the Tokyo Game Show before we proceed?
Well, I just want to say something to Microsoft.
Oh yeah.
Let me play your dang game.
Yeah.
Okay? The one thing I wanted to do at that show was play a card, the new card. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. And then they flipped the sign on us just as we were walking in. Sorry.
It's funny because like we probably felt we had all day to just get in that lineup and play because there wasn't very many people lined up. And we still missed it. Anyway.
I can't describe.
I'm not an Xbox guy, so I was super excited to see all the PlayStation 4 stuff.
I didn't care about Xbox. I just wanted to play the game.
Yeah, that was the only place that had a running demo of it. So just gotta wait a couple more months.
But it was interesting. A ton of interesting games. An incredible vibe.
Yeah.
And booth babes by the dozen. Holy.
Over the top.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Way so over the top. We couldn't show the videos. It was just too freaking hot.
We probably would be blocked on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube
we had to be
like,
18 or older and sign in and no. It was awesome.
What do they think we're only interested in? Half-naked women, sir?
It's not the only thing I'm interested in. I'm also interested in Flamo, which is where we were last week. Last week. Where were we?
At the All Japan Hobby and Model Show.
That's right. This is the 54th annual All Japan.
And it was a big one, I think.
In terms of announcements, yes, it was a big one. I think size, maybe it was a little smaller than normal, but in terms of announcements, it was a big show. Now, we're going to talk about the big announcement in depth when later on, because I've got the material here I brought from the show. But why don't we talk about kind of what we saw at the Bandai booth, because that's on our site right now.
Sweet.
Okay, probably the thing making the most noise at the Bandai booth, literally, because there's a video on a loop over there, was the Star Wars display. And now we've just got the information and we've got these up on our site. So come November, we're going to be seeing the X-Wing Starfighter. That's 1/72
for just under like 20 US. I think even less than. Yeah, it's like $17 for a 1/72 X-Wing, which is insane.
Yeah, it's not a bad deal for sure. And the Darth Vader is like the same price, the 1/12 Darth Vader. And like I mentioned at the show when we saw it there, like it's pure Bandai. Like they've got different types of colors and on tones on the same runner, like we see with like real grades and stuff like that. It's cool. It's
awesome. The quality is there, the Bandai quality is there, I think this will be a really
well, that's the thing. Bandai already has a reputation for good quality. And then when we saw this Darth Vader and the Stormtrooper, and of course the Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, the Advance, we got to actually have a good look at them and kind of see what to expect, like how they're made.
And they look good. I mean, they look good.
They looked really good. It was awesome. Okay, but let's talk Gundam. Yeah, so the first one is the Jahannam. Jahannam now. It's spelled a little different on our site than it was on the display, but that's because they're going off of the katakana, I believe. This is the production type, and this is from Gundam Build Fighters.
Looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it reminds me of like Zaku/Goof. I kind of like the look of it, probably more than I like some of the other.
I kind of wish Bandai would release some of the kits in a flat color sometimes. Yeah. This looks, I mean...
Primer's the best color.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is Reconquista G, by the way. Reconquista. This is Gundam Build Fighters. This is the Build Burning SD Gundam. Now it's part of the BB Senshi line, and it's going to be coming out in December. And the Burning Gundam actually looks kind of cool. It's actually going to be out this month, so when it comes out, we'll bring it on the show. All right, Gundam Build Fighters, the Gya.
This is cool.
This is cool, based on the Gyan. I like the darker colors as opposed to I think the bluish that the Gyan is. Optional unit space for Gundam G Self. Now the Gundam G Self, it comes with that backpack, which is kind of like the AO Striker pack, in my opinion. This one you can swap out for the unit space, I guess it's called. I kind of like the look of this actually. It's so far departure from normal backpacks. I wish they kind of launched this one first. Okay, December. And we saw this at the show, and it was built and all the colors were there, and runners, and the new frame was there. This is the Wing Gundam Zero EW, and it looks crazy.
It looks crazy.
Like, it's going to be amazing. It looks like real grade, like we know, but I think they've actually taken a lesson maybe from the Strike Freedom real grade and made that backpack with those big wings more stable, whether they have locking mechanisms kind of thing. They had it in a bunch of poses. It looked great. And they did mention that they designed a new frame just for this. They called it the Zero frame.
Oh.
And if you notice, like the mobile suits from Wing are slightly smaller in stature than many of the other series, like Seedon somewhat. So with that new Zero frame, there's a good chance we are going to see more suits from Gundam Wing in the very near future. And they had those silhouettes there with the Death Scythe and the heavy arms and so on and so forth.
I'm interested to see how the wings come out.
It could be an RG Wing year next year, 2015. But the big announcement, Ryan, this thing behind us actually, coming in December.
Literally and figuratively.
Yes, it's the PG, perfect grade, Unicorn Gundam. Now, this was a rumor for the longest time.
Yes.
I think it was a rumor for so long that people just gave up on it and started not believing it until December rolled around and it picked up again. And the buzz, like, you could kind of feel that something was going to happen when I walked into the Bandai booth that morning. But I actually didn't.
It was electric.
I didn't see it. You know, I did a whole lap of the booth, and the way I came in and immediately went towards the Wing and then Star Wars and around. It wasn't until I actually turned around and faced the opposite direction that I saw that giant poster that they had on.
Yeah, we didn't see the kit.
Now, there was no kit at the show. All we have is this poster, and they were giving out the flyers with all the details, and not all details, but enough details. So we read this with the loud noise in the background at the hobby show, but we're going to go over it a little bit more. We still got the Japanese version, so we're going off of that. But we're going to talk first about the PG Unicorn itself. So its retail price from Bandai is 20,000 yen, but Ryan, our price
1,600 yen,
16,000 yen,
which in USDs is a 146 at this point in time.
That actually drops it down to kind of mid-range in the PG line.
Yeah.
Like the last few, like the Strike Freedom was supposed to be like 25,000 yen or something like that, and I think the 00 Riser was 22. Wow. So this is actually like, it drops it right back down into the middle,
And also, just so people know, this is the weakest the yen's ever been against the US.
Yeah,
so if you want to pick up stuff,
that's why my electricity is getting more and more expensive, and my food, like lettuce and stuff. But
lettuce.
Yeah. Well, we have floods, and we have to import more stuff.
I gotta eat my lettuce.
Stuff's getting
tell
expensive,
us about
Ryan.
the PG. Just tell us about the PG.
I already said it's going to be our price, 16,000 yen.
Okay.
That's a pretty good deal. So it's going to be able to transform from the Unicorn mode to the Destroy mode, and they're going to develop some kind of gimmick, I guess, so the faceplate will actually kind of enfold into it.
Oh,
kind of thing.
Sweet.
So there won't be any faceplate swapping or face mask swapping, which I guess some people had. But the Master Grade also has the head kind of flop back in there. So it might be similar to that. Now, this one, as people are talking about it on the internet, it says it's going to be the third form. The third form is realized. Now, I took that to mean that there might be certain kind of itinerations of the Unicorn during the 7 different movies that have come out, and they've taken the third form of it, the third itineration. But other people have translated this saying that there's a third form, so there's Unicorn mode, Destroy mode, and a third mode. So if we think about it that way, I'm wondering, like, what can it be? Like, I remember
from the anime what I think is the third form, but
there's there's a Unicorn Gundam 3 Phoenix, right? But with the gold. But I'm thinking because of how they're having to design this with a frame and then the Psycho frame and then the armor, it could be that they allow those armor panels to open up so you can kind of see inside all the details inside, and then you could have this Unicorn kind of standing there with all its panels opened up, which is something they used to do on the very first Perfect Grades. They used to be able to flip open the hatches and like look inside. So it could be that.
Cool.
That could be a third form kind of thing. I'm not too sure. We don't know any details yet. November 21st is coming. Okay, so it's gonna. The whole body has a red Psycho frame, and it's made from a special type of plastic, I guess. But there's this kanji in here, I think jushi, and I looked it up, and it's resin. It translates as resin.
Like resin, the very difficult modeling.
That's the thing. Like it might be molded using this type of thing.
Okay.
But I think the idea is that it's supposed to transmit that light throughout the entire piece instead of just through one opening kind of thing. That's my guess. I'm just speculating here. Allow me to speculate here. Because that's what everybody does on the internet.
with lies.
That's right. We just throw them out there. Some of them stick to the wall because they're true. The rest fall down a pile. Hopefully everybody forgets about them. Okay. Let's see. When it's in Unicorn mode, when it's transforming, the antenna on the top of its head, it has a magnetic insert. it's called. So whether that means it's actually going to stay closed, like without moving around, or you can drop something in there. I'm not sure. Probably it's meant to kind of affix to close magnetically, so you don't have it moving and looking not so unicornish. When it's in unicorn mode, it says "Tsukushiku." It says it's going to look beautiful. It's going to have this appearance of looking beautiful. But it also says when it's in destroy mode, the inside of the antenna is gold.
Okay.
So when I was reading this whole thing, I thought, oh, if it's gold, is it going to be another part? Or is it going to be the magnetic thing that you drop inside, which will also act to close it together? Or will it be like a big giant sticker, which we've seen on like the PT Strike Freedoms and the
lots of speculation.
Oh, that's a favorite part about waiting for it. Okay, so the last one, it says the elbows and the knees have large range of articulation. Okay. Now, when the Master Grade version Ka came out, the very first unicorn kit, because of the transformation gimmick, it could only bend so far at the elbows, and the knees really suffered from a lack of articulation. And when they released the kit again in the OVA colors, they actually went back and changed that to allow it to move more. But it looks like this kit is going to be able to bend quite a bit more, and I'm going to show you a picture after, which kind of gives a hint at that. Okay, so it also says that the armament unit in the knee, or around the knee, is linked, and linked in both modes. What I think that means is, and it's going to be different from the Master Grade. In the Master Grade, when you transform into destroy mode, you have to actually pop the kneecap off, change it, and put it back on. This one looks like things, once you start transforming it, the whole thing is linked, and it's going to move as one piece and do that transformation.
Sounds cool.
I know, it sounds awesome. But look what else it comes with. This is a list of all the stuff it's supplied with. Now, it's got a shield. Okay, you know the unicorn shield. Beam Magnum. Beam Magnum ammo. Okay. It's got the beam Gatling guns, 2 of them, so it can have both of them mounted to one arm, or it can carry both of them, which the Master Grade did not have. The beam saber, it's got 4 of them, so it can hold them as well as being tucked into its arms. And a beam bazooka ×1. So this guy's loaded with weapons, like loaded with weapons.
This sounds value for money for what you're getting.
And it comes with a display base.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Not all perfect grades come with a display base. If it is something like the Strike Freedom, where it's kind of meant to fly, they give you a base. Same with, I think, the 00 Riser had a base. But with the Unicorn, like it just kind of stands there. It doesn't have wings or anything. But they're giving you a display base. You can mount it on the display base, and you can mount the weapons on the display base as well.
Okay, that's cool. So it'll be like a.
You can have it like a display, like you start to move, and maybe it's holding 2 beam sabers, but you can mount all these other things there, so you don't lose them and whatever else. It's going to come with transparent, thin markings that they call Detron seal. So it doesn't look like it's a water slide. It's probably just going to be a sticker. And it's going to stand 361 millimeters tall when in destroy mode. So what's that? It's pretty big. It's pretty big. Now, the other big news from the show: the LED set.
What is it? It's $100.
That's what I'm getting at. It's sold separately.
Yes.
So it's sold separately, and they have the details for that on the flip side here. So they said the price was 12,000 yen. Okay. When you think of our price, it's going to drop down to about 10,000 yen or whatever it would be. You think that's kind of expensive? I mean, PGs.
Yeah, but come with LEDs, right? Explain what you get.
Exactly.
Here's the list.
Yeah. Perfect
it's
grades.
Not one LED.
Perfect grades will come with one for the head, and the PGO Riser had the gimmick and the GN drives. But the Unicorn is going to come with 29 individual LEDs for the cycle frame, plus the one for the camera eye. Wow. So 30 in total. You're getting 30 LEDs in total.
It's going to be a desk lamp, basically.
And because they are selling this separately, I'm wondering if at any time you can go into your Unicorn, pull off the armor, and then drop those LEDs in there.
You must be able to.
Because if you need to build it from the start with both things, people might not be inclined to go back and pick up the LED.
Well, Bandai would say, look, if that was the case, they'd point it out.
That's what we're going to find out when I talk to whoever's the lead designer at Bandai at the Gunpla Expo. That's what I'm going to try and do. Now, this LED system, it's a system, guys. It has a sequence.
Can I just say one thing about LED systems? I've built a few things with LED systems, and the problem is, and hopefully Bandai doesn't make this mistake, one connection isn't working, nothing works. Yeah,
so I'm pretty sure that Bandai is going to try to eliminate those kind of errors.
I hope
and
so.
have it pretty much.
Because that PG I built, like the LEDs never lit up because inside there somewhere some connection didn't touch. So, but for $100, I mean, I'm hoping Bandai doesn't have that problem. But we'll let you know.
Yeah,
we'll find out.
But
let's
talk about the sequence because it involves like it has a switch. You can switch it on. It says that first the camera light will light up, then the cycle frame will kind of gradually get brighter and brighter.
Sweet, yeah. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
And then after some period of time where it's like lit up, like then it's going to decrease. So the cycle frame will calm down, and then the camera will shut down. No sound effects, sorry. But you can loop my voice.
It's like disco mode, trance mode.
So yeah,
R&B mode.
It will also have some kind of auto mode for the sequence. Like I don't know if it's a timer. You just push a button and it lights up. Light goes down. 5 minutes later, lights up, goes down. Put your presents around the PG unicorn at Christmas time. This is when it's coming out, somewhere around Christmas time. So this is going to be revealed to the world on November 21st, which is the first day of the Gunpla Expo.
Yes.
And we're going to be there. We're going to get all the details we can, and we are going to make a video as quickly as possible.
Yes.
And to let everybody know. And those people who are really excited are going to get more excited. Those people who are on the fence are going to realize just how cool it is. And those people who weren't really thinking about it might start thinking about it.
You can't go wrong with PG.
Not one that's taken this long to develop.
Well, any PG, I mean the PG I put together, like it is an experience. You have to do it.
I'm just excited because it's new. Like the PG Strike Freedom is the first PG we built on the show.
Yeah.
And it's the latest perfect grade. But it's built based off of a frame that it's getting quite old now because it came with the Strike. So we have the Strike Rouge, and then the Red Astray, and then the PG Strike Freedom. So that frame has been kind of reused and reused and reused. And now we're getting something totally new. Like nobody knows what to expect.
And the LEDs, like I'm sure this time they got the LEDs right, and that'll be cool. Because I mean, if it looks as good as it does in the anime, you know, when the frames are lighting up, like that's sexy. Like I want that on my desk with the lights off.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
Anyway, so
my desk with lights off. There's one more picture I want to show. We're gonna close up of this picture right here. Now this is a picture. It's black and white. We don't know what to make of it, but you can see two things. You can see one, the bend in the knee here. So this is, they're showing that little extra articulation in the knee. It looks like he's doing some kind of kneeling down pose. And if you look really closely, and I tried to scan it and blow it up, but it doesn't have its armor on. What you're seeing is actually like the frame parts plus that new resin type of plastic cycle frame that's laid over top. And you're getting kind of a hint of what to expect underneath it.
Just like a diffuser or something? Like it diffuses the light from the LEDs?
I just think that it might transmit light better.
Okay.
That's the thing. Okay. Like this, if this whole thing here is red, then the light underneath, the LEDs underneath, light up the whole surface of it as opposed to like one part.
Looking at the poster here, like all these little light, like that would be such a nice effect if you could get it on your Gundam, like just certain parts are getting, this looks sweet.
It's good. You can kind of get a glimpse just in this angle here where the armor would kind of open up. But anyway.
I love this text, the beast of posability can never be destroyed.
That's right.
I better think about that.
Hardly be created for 4 years, but it can never be destroyed. So, PG Unicorn. It's a great time to be live, Ryan.
Ordered from HLJ.com.
Yep.
Give Sid and I a Merry Christmas.
I know what I'm doing during my New Year's holidays.
Same.
So, look, there's a beam saber hammer right there. Anyway, let's put this away. We have more stuff to show. Yeah. Wow, that was pretty long. That's because I'm excited. Okay, while we were at these shows, drooling over video games and Plamo and girls, some stuff came in.
Yes, some stuff. So let's get, what do we got?
We got the G-Self. This is the Gundam G-Self. Now, because this is the first kit from the new line, I think we should open it up and kind of show everybody what's inside. So I don't expect too much difference with it being an HG kit, but we'll have to put it together to know for sure. But we can see there is a lot of stickers here, and I want to point out there's a lot of blue stickers. These blue stickers, from what I can see in the manual, they're meant to go on these blue parts. And I was wondering, why were you putting blue stickers onto blue parts? Like, you'll never see them. But it turns out that this blue is meant to kind of glow in that ultraviolet light, or the black light, whatever you want to call it. And when we saw this kit at the Hobby Model Show, they actually had a version of it built in a display case under that light, and you could see it kind of glow in various areas where these stickers had been applied. So that's a little gimmick that I think the G-Self has for sure, and here's some clear parts as well. I don't know if other kits in the series are going to have that gimmick, but the G-Self is the first kit in the series, and it does have that gimmick. And beam sabers. So your kits are going to glow in the dark. That seems to be a bit of a theme these days. Alright, there's the G-Self.
I like the design. The box art is actually cool.
Now that I see like that kind of box art, I'm digging it. It's a different style, you know, because usually the Gundam boxes are really dark. Like this one, there's a perfect example. This also came in. This is the Z2 or ZES2 or however they say it in Japanese. Now this is the Zeta. We all know the Zeta, the second version, and it's meant to transform. If you look here, now because we're kind of tight for time because we got lots of stuff to show on the show, I'm just going to tease people here because I actually have built this guy. So here's my Z2, and all I can say is this guy is packing. Right? Look at those weapons, right? He's got this huge monster rifle, and this other one he holds in this hand, and then he has these two bazookas that kind of just hook on the back here. And I actually haven't got a chance to like take them apart and do the transformation, and maybe that's going to be in a future episode of Gunpla TV because we wanted to talk about PG Unicorn and Nightingale today. So I'll put this guy back in the box.
That's the teaser.
Sorry guys, there's a teaser.
Yeah, you're going to have to come back.
Teaser. I will say though, that's a pretty cool kit. I really liked it. So I'm not going to give this box to you. I'm taking it back. So, what we got to talk about, Ryan?
The big boy.
The big boy, the Nightingale. We did the live stream. And I got to say, like, we were talking about how much time we would need for this live stream before it arrives. And I said, maybe like 2 hours and 20 minutes, I think. And Ryan's like, okay, buddy. And
I don't talk like that.
Yeah. When I actually finally got it done, it was like 2 hours and 18 minutes or somewhere around 2 hours and 21
You
minutes.
got through it. I was impressed.
Yeah, we had to cut the camera after 2 hours, but once it was done, I just quickly put the last parts on and it's done. So we're going to talk about this guy in some more detail because we didn't actually get to show you what it does on the live stream. We just showed you kind of how it goes together. So let's get to it. All right, the Nightingale is big. We know it. It's the 1/100 scale, which is the master grade scale, but this being the reborn 1/100, it's not expected to do what we expect from master grades. It's mostly to give us these kind of bigger suits in this more detail and in that 1/100 scale. I mean, there's a lot of things this kit can't really do, and that part of that is just the design of the mobile suit itself. I mean, it's just so heavy, you're not going to be able to like fly around with that big tail on the back end because it needs a stand to hold that up, and the stand is actually quite movable, so you'll be able to kind of move the legs a little bit, bend them a little bit, but you'll always have to rely on this to hold your kit up. But I actually don't mind it too much because it's hidden pretty well once you turn it behind these large legs. And the large legs, they articulate a little bit too in the toes. They will go like this, and this toe as well, and the ankles. And you can, of course, rotate the feet where you want. These giant wings on its back here, they can move around if you wish to, and they can kind of stay in position. Sorry, this guy's actually locking like he's supposed to. Wasn't ready for it. This is kind of like where it's supposed to be, and they'll actually hold in that position, but I can rotate them around it if I choose to. These do not move at all, but the head does move, and if you pop this whole assembly out, you can drop the LED in, and the plastic part will go all the way through to the eye here. They're trying to conduct that light all the way to the front here. Unfortunately, I don't have the LED in there. The most articulate part of this whole kit is the hands, and that's because they use the 1/100 scale hands that we've seen with the Hainu and the Sasabi. These are actually the Sasabi's hands right here. So they are, of course, going to be able to form into fists and whatever you want your hand to do. And the arms will not move so much. You know, you'll get this kind of rotation. The polycaps they use kind of stop it, so you can go clunk, clunk, clunk. It's like it is very stiff, but it's just very, very impeded here. You're not going to get past these kind of things. But that's okay because he's just meant to hold on to his weapons. Now for weapons, because of the beam saber, you know, the handle is actually right here. I'm going to move this here, sorry. On the back of the shield there is an axe. You can take this off, put it in his hands, and, you know, attach these parts if you wish. That's kind of cool. And you get a beam saber handle as well. But I like storing my axe handle right here. Now to get the shield on, you actually have to pop a little piece out here. Popping this piece out, plug this in. It's very difficult to see all the way to the other side of this thing, but I can do it. There it is. And it's actually very strong. Like this shield is very heavy. It droops a little bit, but the joint does stop it from touching the ground. It's able to hold it, so that's really good. But the gun, on the other hand, because it needs to be held by the hand, and that wrist joint probably is not strong enough to hold this entire thing, they give you a bipod. So you're actually able to take this, and you can use the little tab in the hand there, and you can actually drop it in there, and he can use the bipod, and his accuracy is just so much better, Ryan. If you use a bipod,
plus 20 accuracy,
and you camp at a door, bullet spray is diminished. Yes. Now there is an extra, which is not an extra. You actually get an extra thruster. There's an odd number of thrusters, so actually when everything is said and done, and you can see the back here, I'll wing around, like you got so many thrusters with this dude, right? All under here, as well as just the back, the shoulders here. You'll have one of these, and you can use it for scratch builds or whatever you want. You'll have a thruster. It's not such a bad thing. And last but not least, this thing is huge. It has lots of surface area. Not so many panel lines, so you're not going to be doing a lot of, Gundam marker panel lining. But it does come with a fair amount of stickers. So here's the sticker sheet. And these are the very thin, real grade type of sticker. And you can take these and drop them onto your kit. And one thing I just realized I should mention, I'll put this down here, is all these little fin funnels will come out. You can pop them out, and unfortunately there's no stand to display them flying around, but you do have the option of taking them out if you like. And of course these ones on this side do as well. So let me just spin this guy back around here. He's big, but he's pretty cool. There you go, Ryan. The Nightingale. It's a big boy. RE100 is starting in a big way. Literally. We know that the next one coming in, I think, is December, the Mark III. And that'll be quite a little bit different from this guy. It actually looks like a robot person, so more like a Gundam and less like...
He has two big guns, that's all I'm thinking.
This guy, it's a lot of fun. Like, if you like those kind of big kits that you can see as soon as you walk into a room, like you can't help but see this kind of thing.
Well, I think once he's detailed up, I think he'll look fantastic.
Yeah, he'll look good once you take the time to clean off some stuff, put on those markings they give you. So I'm gonna actually move this out of the way, and I'm gonna make sure to take this gun off because it's huge. I like kind of running around the office like this actually, and we'll get him out of the way. Sorry, I didn't mean to touch you there. All right. Now, Ryan, we got some comments.
Sensitive. Oh yes, comments
and giveaways. Oh, yes. Before we start the comments, can I say, at the model show, I picked up a bunch of these, like far more than I will ever need. This thing here. We're going to give these away. So I will explain to you guys at the end of the episode when I'm giving away the kits how you can get your hands on these things as well. So let's put that right here.
Limited edition from the show. Yeah. You cannot get them anywhere else.
Yeah, because after November 21st, it's useless for it to say revealed on November 21st. Okay, so you go ahead, Ron.
Oh, yes. JTC 720, the Hainu just looks really cool. Still waiting for the big announcement of Bandai for December. Hope I win the GM or the Buster.
Actually, I left that comment because it's kind of funny to me that the last episode we actually did at Gunpla TV was the Hainu. And that seems like so long ago now.
Yeah.
Like we've been doing model shows and live streams and toy shows and live streams. And when was the last time we did an episode? 156?
We did a live, yeah.
It's like a while. 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So yes, the Hainu does look really good. JTC. The big announcement you now know is the PG Unicorn.
And the RG, I guess.
And the RG Wing. Yeah. I'm really excited for that too. But he didn't win the GM or the Buster. Sorry, buddy.
Sorry, mate. Next, Marvin. Just when I thought I was done with this hobby, you guys reignited my interest with the Hainu.
That's what I do. Actually, it wasn't me, it's Bandai.
Interest ignited.
Every time I'm like, oh, I've built enough master grades in my life. And then they put out like the Hainu Gundam version car. Okay, I need to build that.
I mean, you get the feeling with the guys who do the Gundam at Bandai, they love this stuff.
Oh yeah,
they're always pushing it, which is awesome.
I also think that they're kind of shaking up what they do. This year has been, and going into next year, has been far different from what we've come to expect in the last 4 or 5 years, where we kind of know we're going to see a big kid in August and we're going to see a big kid in December, and we know we're going to get a master grade each month. And at the beginning of this year, they kind of loaded us down with master grades to get the Gundam Build Fighter stuff out. And then we didn't see one for some time. and we have the high new when it finally comes out. It looks amazing. It was well worth the wait. And then, you know, there's no real master grade until November with the Astra D, but what they're doing, they're kind of putting quality over quantity now, rather than just pumping out a whole bunch of models. It seems that they're taking their time, and you know, we're getting new models with the high new and the Turn X and the Sazabi and even the new Gundam from last year. We're getting a bunch of new stuff, and the quality seems really, really, really good. So.
Next, Diggy Stock. Tokyo Game Show is confirmed to announce new Kingdom Hearts 3 info. Do you like Kingdom Hearts? I know it's a love or hate thing. I'm so jealous you guys get to go. Great show, guys. I hope you win something. I hope I win something that would be neat.
Tokyo Game Show.
Kingdom Hearts,
We saw Kingdom Hearts 2.5.
Yeah, 3 wasn't there.
3 wasn't there.
Persona wasn't there.
Persona 5 just had a video or something, right? Yeah, Lindsay never found that.
Yeah, we had a great time. Like, there's so much that you could spend 4 days.
In some ways, they think of it like maybe the Shizuoka Hobby Show and stuff like that. They think because it's a big event and because Bandai's going to be there, they're going to announce that new big thing everybody's waiting for. And when we didn't see any news of a PG at Shizuoka, everybody's like, oh, you know. But the Tokyo Game Show is kind of the same. Everybody went in expecting, like, I'm going to see Kingdom Hearts 3 or Persona 5. I'm going to play it. Maybe that's not the case, but they still gave you enough to get you excited.
There was so much there. There was so much there. Like, there were some really interesting games that weren't even really big games. But yeah, we'll be back. I think we'll be back.
I'm going back.
Yeah, I'll be back.
I'll be back there.
It'll be a work day, you know, because we rock.
The thing about going on work days is there's nobody there, but I don't get to play it.
Well,
I see everything and I don't get to play it.
We wanted to play. Hey, Sid and Ryan. As you know, this is TT 580. As I know you like to hear, I watched all your episodes 4 times.
You're crazy.
You are insane.
4 times?
That's like 3 years.
Even my mom doesn't watch 4 times. Actually, I don't think my mom's watched even one episode in its entirety.
To be honest, on episode 40, I had some doubts about Ryan joining the show, but it turned out to be fabulous.
You're fabulous, Ryan. You're fabulous.
I had doubts as well.
I also had doubts.
Sid had doubts. There was a lot of doubt. First of all, getting to see new things taught to him, and then all the funny dialogue between the two of you. It helped giving the show that more joy to watch. We're all about the joy.
Your expense,
about the joy.
Your expense.
Well, 80% of the time. As for the high new, I received it in the mail last Thursday as you guys filmed the show. I had to build another MG first, but after that I will be building the high new. Going to attempt to airbrush the fin funnels in the faded look that the water slides are in.
Nice. I was hoping somebody would try that.
Yeah, good luck. Please post some photos somewhere and let us know. Please make a group for the high new on the blog. This way we can show our high new and give inspiration to each other. You can make a
That's the thing, like yourself. TT, you can make the high new group yourself, and what a better way to start it off than showing your airbrushed, faded funnels. Cool. I know a lot of people are going to attempt that because then they can get that effect with still using the color they want, kind of thing. When you use the water slides, they're going to look good, but you're locked into that color.
And I think the water slides look hard on those.
Well, because they have to bend around that shape.
Like it's going to be hard to get the bubbles out of that.
You're going to need some skills, but when you see the kit, the finished product, all the sample shots they gave you, it looks worth it. Like worth trying anyway.
Now, winners.
Yeah, I got stuff to give away now. Last week we talked about. Allow me to move this here. We talked about giving away doubles because I have just too much stuff here, right? So we had 2 Buster Gundams. We'll do these first. 2 Buster Gundams gone here. 2 of these guys. You're probably not going to get the box. I'll probably ship them in one box. But there's 2 Buster Gundams. One is the new HD color and one is not. We had 327 comments. So number 92, comment number 92, his name is Styrix Twinblade. And he says, that MG Hainu looks awesome. Great show as always, Sid and Ryan. Yes, awesome. He's right on both accounts. He is correct. Hainu does look awesome, and it was a great show.
Great show.
Because of the Hainu. So yeah, you're going to get yourself the HG Busters. I'll be, of course, contacting you with an email very shortly. Next winner was going to receive 2 GM kits. 2 GM kits. We were talking about modifications and stuff when we did that episode. So this goes to comment number 102. He says, so it's funny if you don't look at the video and get into the part where you describe the skirt armors.
Maybe we gotta watch it again.
you gotta watch in its entirety. But actually,
it's an Easter egg.
I'm gonna have to. I didn't read his name. It's Will. Will is the winner. Now I can't see if that's supposed to be 12 or 102. That's my mistake. So Will is the winner. It's funny if you don't look at the video and you get into the part where he describes the skirt armors. So maybe he's like listening to it,
well,
but he's not actually watching it. And anytime I talk about skirts, maybe it gets funny. I don't know. Skirts. Okay. Strike Freedoms. I got 2 Strike Freedoms in this box.
Ooh.
Yes, and this is going to go to Kamira.
2 Strike Freedoms, 1 box.
That's right.
That's one video you want to watch.
Not. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. So I'm not going to say anything because I don't want people to look it up on YouTube. Okay. Kamira said, and this goes along with what you just said, win one, get another free. All right.
Okay.
All right.
We're excelling.
Okay. I'm going to talk about this really quickly here. Everybody knows how to win these, right? Like you watch the episode.
Go to the blog.
You watch the episode on HobbyLink TV on the blog post. You leave a comment, and I choose them at random and I give them out. Now, I want to give these away too. We have.
What do you want to do?
What I want to do is I want to ask a question, and the viewers have to answer on HobbyLink TV.
Do you want to make a group and ask a question?
Nope. I just want the question on this episode.
Okay, so this episode only to win these posters.
You'll win these posters. I'm also giving away Plamo, and I'll bring them up in a second.
Yeah.
But you can comment whatever you want on the episode, and you'll be entered to win the kits I'm going to show. But if you comment about the PG specifically, and you're drawn, then you're going to get a poster. And if you might get a poster and the kits. So, what you have. My question for everybody is, when you learn that the PG and the LEDs are separate, how many people decided I'm going for both, and how many people thought maybe I'll wait?
That's a good question.
I wanted to kind of an unofficial poll here, because while I will admit it seems a bit pricey for an LED set when you realize what it is, like for a guy like myself, like I couldn't wait. I was all in from the beginning, but I can understand why people might want to pick up one and then come back and pick up the other. So I just want to know, like, who's in for the LED on day one, who's going to plan on getting it, but it's going to be coming later on, and who's undecided right now? Just leave a comment about the
Tell us about
LEDs.
your feelings.
Because I'm automatically assuming that all of you are buying the PG unicorn. It's the LED I don't know about.
Yeah, you don't want to buy the PG? What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
What happened?
Yeah.
What did Bandai ever do to you?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what they did. Okay, so I'm giving more kits out, and I was giving away 2 at a time in this show. It clears out a lot of space. So I'm kind of doing the same thing this time, but it's not. This is the non-Gundam episode because I have like this kind of stuff to give away. Remember these?
Oh, Sid.
Transformers. Don't start the movie.
I
This
watched
is from the
Transformers
first movie,
4.
Ryan.
I gotta just say it. I watched Transformers 4, and I'm like, Bay, seriously, mate. Like, what happened to logic?
Okay, this is my question for you, Ryan. Can you forget about number 4 right now and just remember kind of how you felt watching number 1?
All I remember about number 1 is Megan Fox, and that was hot.
Okay, so you felt good. You felt good. So
I felt good until LaBouffe opened his mouth,
okay,
and then I wanted to stab myself in the face.
I like LaBouffe.
Sorry, tell us about this.
When the episode came out, it was hot, of course, and then this model came, and I wanted to show everybody all about it. And so I was building it, and I think I broke a piece in the arm, and I didn't have enough time to order parts because TKT takes a little bit. So I picked up a second model. So I actually have like 2 bumblebees in here, and I'm going to give them to one person.
2 bumblebees, one
person. Yeah, we're going there again, aren't we? And I gotta say, I liked Shia LaBeouf in that movie because I knew going in that all the dialogue would suck. So why not have a sucky actor deliver sucky dialogue? Okay, so next up.
Number 4, I think is a better movie, but it still is a crap story out the window. Like sorry, Sid. You go. What's next?
I know I'm rallying you up because I know how much you don't like it. Okay, remember Hoi Hoi-san?
The insect killer.
The insect killer. Do you remember? I think I slapped Travis in the face when we talked about this once. Because he said, you should build the girl Gundam. And I'm like, you dumb? Anyway, I've got actually 2 Hoi Hois in here. There's Hoi Hoi and there's the other one that I really liked, but I can't remember its name. So the person who wins this is going to have to tell me. There's 2 Hoi Hois in here. You get to put them together. They got the swappable faces, whatever. They're in pieces now because I took them apart to do swapping and whatever else.
So you're expected to build this one.
Well, it's kind of already built. You put it together. The legs and the arms. And last is the frame arms. Now, at the hobby show, we saw the frame arms. And they're quite extravagant now. They're quite large.
They're looking super cool.
Yeah,
I feel we've got to get one on again.
We should, because this is number 09. When we showed frame arms back in the old days of Gunpla TV, when we were young. We were young and innocent and soldiers. This is number 9, and we brought this on the show to show everybody, hey, you have this frame, and you put the armor on it, you can take it off and swap it with the other frame arms. And at the time, this is Kotobukiya. I also picked up that Kotobukiya Gatling that you can wind up and shoot. So you're going to get the frame arms, and you're going to get the Kotobukiya Gatling. So there you go.
We're doubling up.
I'm just trying to clear space because I got a PG Unicorn coming in like 2 months. I got too many boxes to move. And as December gets closer and I get more and more excited for that PG and I need to make more and more space, I'm going to be getting bigger and bigger stuff. So it's going to be a good end of the year for everybody out there who's watching the show.
So keep watching.
That's right.
So just to remind to everyone, we did make some videos at the hobby show and we do have like a show report. So if you want to see, I mean, there was some cool stuff, Macross stuff from Wave and Hasegawa.
Oh, yeah.
There was some Mac K stuff.
You'll also see the Star Wars stuff, which we talked about briefly, but don't have a video.
So there's a lot of stuff in those videos, so check them out.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
I'll just remind everyone, we have a blog, we have a YouTube channel, we have a Facebook. Join us, friend us, love us.
One other thing to mention, Ryan's leaving.
Oh yeah, I'm going to South Africa for a couple of weeks to see my family.
Cool. So that means most likely we're not going to
we'll be on hiatus.
However, it's not a bad time right now, Ryan.
Okay.
Because I think next week we get...
That's what I was told by my boss.
That's right. Next week we get, I think, 1 new HG kit, and then towards the end of the month we start getting the remainder of the Reconquista HG kits, which we want to show more depths. So there's going to be those couple weeks in the middle there where, I wasn't sure exactly we'd have a new Gundam to show. So maybe we'll take a 2-week break and let people comment on that PG Unicorn.
Get some rest.
Get some winners.
Put your feet up.
That's right.
Catch up.
And we'll be back, of course, with the next episode, sometimes towards the end of October. All right.
Sweet.
See you later.
See you guys.